Our next problem is 9 times 37. Oh my goodness. 9 times 37. So I'll draw out my lattice box. I'll place my lattice pieces in and say 9 times 37. We can see that our 9 lives over here, and our 37 lives right here in our tens place and our ones place. So now in these two triangles, we're going to say 9 times 7. What is 9 times 7? Jordan? 63. So we're going to place our 6 and our 3 to make 63. Our 6 is in the top triangle representing 60. Our 3 is in the bottom triangle representing 3, because it's in the ones place. Now, in our next set, we're going to say 9 times 3. So what's 9 times 3? Carter?
27.
27. Now when we look at that, we're going to say 9 times 3 equals 27. Our 2 goes in the top triangle, and our 7 goes in the bottom triangle. And now we're going to add. And when we add going down the lattice pieces. What is 3 plus nothing? 3. 6 and 7 is the same as 13. So we're going to place our 3 on the bottom. Bring our 1 up to the top. And what's 1 plus 2? 3. So now we can look back at our answer and say 9 times 37, or 9 groups of 37, is the same as 333. Our next example is 5 times 23, or 5 groups of 23. And the first step that we're going to do is we're going to draw out our lattice box. And we're going to divide that and put our lattice pieces in. We're going to place our 5 over here, our 23 across the top, and now we're going to start working on the multiplication. In this box, we're going to place 5 times 3. Class, what's 5 times 3?
15.
15. So our 1 is going to go up here. Our 5 is going to go on the bottom. This triangle represents our tens place. This triangle represents our ones place for the multiplication problem 5 times 3. Now we're going to fill in this box with 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Our 1 is placed up here. Our 0 is placed down here. So again, this box right here represents our tens place. This box, this triangle down here represents our ones place. Now we're going to add these together, and we're going to add going down our diagonal lattice pieces. 5 plus nothing is 5. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus nothing is 1. So our answer is right here. 115.
115.
I'm ready for our next problem. Our next problem is 3 times 124, or 3 groups of 124. This is a 3-digit by 1-digit problem. So our lattice box is going to need to be a little bit longer. And we're going to divide it into 3 pieces. And we're still going to put our lattice marks in. We're still going to have our numbers here. And our first part of the problem is 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So we can see that this triangle piece represents our tens. This triangle piece represents our ones. And our next piece is 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So the 6 is going to go in the bottom triangle. And we're going to fill our top triangle with how many tens we have. We have 0 tens. Our last problem is 3 times 1. Here again, we're going to have just the number 3 goes in the bottom triangle with a 0 in the top triangle because there's no tens. Now we're going to add, going down the diagonal lattice marks. 2 plus nothing is 2. 1 plus 6 is 7. 0 plus 3 is 3. And 0 plus nothing is 0. So our answer is 372.
Accidentally, you did a 72.
372.
I did 370.
Our next problem is 6 times 431, or 6 groups of 431. And we're going to find what that is the same value as, what that equals. And this is a 1-digit by 3-digit problem. So our lattice box is going to be a little bit longer. It's going to have 3 sections in it. And we're going to place our lattice marks. They go the same way every time. Our 6 is going to be right here. And our 431 is going to be 431. 6 times 431. And each one of these columns is kind of like a place value column that we use in other forms of math. Now we're going to move on to our multiplication. This section right here is going to get filled with 6 times 1. 6 times 1 is 6. And we're going to place a 0 as a placeholder in this top part of the triangle. The top part of the triangles are for tens place. The bottom triangles are for ones place. Our next problem is going to fill this box. 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Our 1 goes up here representing 10. Our 8 goes down here representing 8 ones. And our last problem is going to fill in these 2 triangles. And 6 times 4 is 24. And our 2 represents 20, filling in the top triangle. Our 4 representing 4 singles is in the bottom triangle. Now we're going to add. We add going down each diagonal piece of lattice. 6 plus nothing is 6. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 2 plus nothing is 2. And we can see that our answer is 2,586. And we'll write that in our answer blank. If there's no answer in your answer blank, it's wrong. 2,586. Nice job. We will be starting our next problem. Our next problem is 7 groups of 209, or 7 times 209. We're going to figure out what that has the same value as, what that equals. This is a 1-digit by 3-digit multiplication problem. So we will need a long lattice box. The longer the problem, the longer the lattice box. This one is going to be divided into 3 sections. We're going to place our lattice lines in. We want these lattice lines nice and neat. Now we're going to place our 7 and our 209. And we use each lattice box as a place value section. Now we're going to start with 7 times 9. 7 times 9 is 63. We're going to place our 6 up in the top triangle representing 60 because it's in the tens place. And our bottom triangle represents the ones place with a 3. Our next problem is 7 times 0. Well, 7 times 0 is 0. So we're going to place a 0 in both boxes. And 7 times 2 is 14. And we have our 1 in the top box representing a 10. And our 4 in the bottom box representing 4 singles. Now we're going to add up our lattice. So we're adding going down the diagonals. Down the lattice. 3 plus nothing is 3. 6 plus 0 is 6. 0 plus 4 is 4. 1 plus nothing is 1. Our answer is right here. It's hidden. 1,463. 1,463. And put in our comma. Make sure that you write your answer on the answer blanks when they're given.
Okay.